Hello folks, a windy one for you today. So in this pot I have the slightly discolored and shriveled up remains of red currants, and you can see that they are floating on top of some juice. This is because their primary fermentation is just finishing, and I'm turning that into a red currant vinegar. And this is the also shriveled but not yet discovered remains of some June berries, which I just processed into June berry cordial. So I want to quickly talk about my process of preserving small fruit when we have an abundance and we have to quickly deal with it. So the first step is to mix 1 part per kilo of small fruit. In this example it's June berry, and 1 part sugar. So I got 1.5 kilograms June berries and 1.5 kilograms sugar. Put those to boil, no water added, and just bring them to a boil, turn the heat off and let them sit overnight. So that requires minimum intervention. And then on the next morning you just sieve the fruit and you get the cordial, which is sugary syrup mainly composed from the juices of the fruit, which you can see are nicely extracted. The shriveling of the fruit indicates that, which we bottle up immediately, usually in jars. And then the fruit I put in a jar or in a stainless steel pot, and I usually mix with water without adding any more sugar. The idea is to keep the inputs to a minimum until I get juice which is sweet enough but not too sweet, so to start the fermentation but not turn into wine. And then I just keep it in a warm spot for a couple of weeks until the quick or the rapid fermentation, the first phase, ends, and then the fruit won't be behaving as a cap on the fermentation vessel, but it will sink to the bottom, which will happen in the case with those red currants maybe in a couple of days. And then I just sieve the remaining juice, which is proto vinegar, and put it in one of those jars and add some of the vinegar SCOBY from a previous batch, and that's it. In that way, with a single amount of fruit and sugar, I get the cordial as well as the vinegar.